So what's going on, Battlefielders? It's Pone, and we are back with another episode of the Cowboy class loadout. You guys enjoyed the last one. This happens to be my favorite one, therefore I'm going to favorite more. I will leave the previous one down in the description below if you did not see it out, but the concept behind this one right here is use the 870 with buckshot. You got the 44 on the hip, and you've got to use the support class, which means you could drop ammo and use C4. We don't have dynamite in the flashy new days. We technically only have C4, so I guess that's just going to have to do. So it's a cool little loadout, fun to use. One to encourage you guys to give it a go. The 44 is great, especially when it comes down to controlling range, which the shotgun itself is not too reliable with. Look at this. Oh, baby. Oh, that's my MCOM. So after I run in here and lasso me an MCOM, I run out here and I start thinking, and this is actually a topic that I thought of while playing this game. And it's kind of weird because I think about, it's random times. I could be on the toilet, I could be going to bed, I could be baptizing an infant. No matter what it is, I think of topics for commentaries at random times, and I never really know what's going on. So one thing that I did do is, I was playing this, and I was thinking about what it was like being a cowboy back in the day, where there was nothing, to do. It was simplicity. It was, if you want to earn an honest living, you pretty much just stay at home. You have a wife that does nothing but whine and complain the whole time, in secrecy, obviously, because if she did that, she'd, just have to digest your fist. But it was different, I'm think about those days back in the day. We're blessed, honestly blessed, with games and technology and all these things. We're catered to. We're spoiled as shit. Simply put, we are spoiled, and we're so used to it. I mean, we always are waiting for the next best thing instead of, we take for granted a lot of the good shit we have. And so I was thinking about it. I was thinking, no, I'd like to sit here and give you an idea, just something to ponder upon. What would have happened if, technology was never invented? What if there was never a drive or an idea behind it? What if video games and movies and stuff like that were never, ever created? I know, right? I don't want to think about it either. It's like blasphemy. But what if it hadn't happened? Now, and I thought this, and I'm like, let's put a twist on it. Let's not worry about what it'd be like back in the Stone Age. Let's talk about it a different way. What if knowing what we have now was just clean slated? Like, what if technology just died? Like, fucking Obama was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. No more internet. I seize that shit because I can. And, we were just done for. There was no more internet. There's no more, gaming, technology, anything like that. And he just straight up cold turkey cut us off. What would we do in that situation? That's even worse because we've had it. We've tasted it. We know what it's like. I mean, it's like it's like going back to jerking it after you've had some. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you know what I'm talking about. After you've had a taste of the good shit, it's going to be difficult going back. So what if all of a sudden, gaming and everything like that just died? What would you rely on? Would you read? Would you go into a sex coma? I mean, honestly, what would you do? I mean, there aren't too many things to do in that. I mean, obviously we'd lose a lot of jobs. Probably not more than we've already lost already. But a lot of things will take the hit. I mean, the countries would fall apart. I mean, war could become a thing. It would be a challenge, The world would change if we lost technology as is today. I mean, if something was to just happen and the world was hit with an EMP, some scientist was messing around with dark matter, and out of nowhere everything just exploded, and he's just like, my bad. I mean, what is there to do? I mean, I would probably pick up reading. And then we'd have to go to the old school jobs, It's not like I can work for Intel. Oh, yeah, bitch. Check me out at Google. No, there's none of that anymore. So it's going to be like we're going to have to farm and, grow shit. And I don't know. Some of us aren't built for it. It's crazy. I'd probably go into prostitution because that's just easy mode. And I have no morals. So it's like, what would you honestly do in that situation? I mean, there are so little things that can occupy. Now, the one thing that we take for granted is the value and importance of having something like this. I call video games an escape. You guys are like, what are you talking about? Those guys that, are married or have girlfriends or stuff like this know that you need a little bit of space sometimes. Video games are that escape. That's the moment where, my wife's breathing down my neck, hey, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? And I obviously can't force feed her my knuckles. So I'm like, you know what? Woosah. Let's calm down, Pone. Let's go play a little bit of this and that and hope not to get M26 started. So that's the idea. I mean, this is something that we do to relieve ourselves of stress. I mean, I know it sounds kind of weird. I mean, there are very few things in this world that kind of calm you down. You kind of lose interest in all the extra things in the world. You lose track of your stress, your bills, your responsibilities. I mean, how many times have you hopped on a video game and it's like 8 o'clock at night and you're like, yeah, Mom, I'll be done in 20 minutes. I'll get my homework done. sometime 3 o'clock and it felt like it was only a half hour. Gaming is one of the few things in this world that has the ability to take your mind away from things and do stuff like that. I mean, there's not much you could do. I mean, you can get relief in many ways, whether or not it's in like masturbation or helping others. I mean, relief is one thing that you can find in many ways. But an actual escape where you forget the harsh realities of the world, gaming is one of the few things that does it. I mean, you can watch a movie, but you could still be depressed, and that's not going to fix it. Gaming is like the only thing for me that fixes that stuff. That and spending money. And not everybody could do that. If I was to go like shopping or something, as long as it's not clothes shopping, because my ass went up 2 sizes. But it's like, as long as it's, you know, the right thing, there are only a limited handful of things that we don't have, and I swear we take this shit for granted. I make a living off of video games, and that's kind of awkward. I mean, I'd like to think that it's not the video games that make me popular, rather it's just my commentary, me teaching people, me entertaining people, people seeing what I'm going to do next. And I like to know that that's something that people can rely on. But look at me right now. I know I should be using the shotgun in the class loadout, but, you know, okay, look, you just killed my steed. So, you know what, whatever, guys. But, you know, what happens if the world was to just stop, you know? Would we be tipped upside down? Would war break out? I mean, I'd instantly point fingers. I'm like, it's Canadians. We never expected them. Look what they did. And, Degrew Colin, how you do that? And, it would be an adventure, I mean, because we would have to come together. It'd be really, really hard. I mean, without texting? Oh my god, teenage girls, what will you guys do? I mean, like so many things would take a hit if technology was to just die, and I think the thing that I would miss most would be video games, and I know it sounds weird. And, like, think of that. I mean, would you rather lose texting, video games, the internet prawn? I mean, there are things that you would lose, and if you had to keep one of them, which would it be? Like, well, that was a nice-ass sofa. What's it doing in this area? But... And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, if we lost everything, what could we do? I mean, we'd have to go back to, you know, making shit like this. I mean, I guess without technology, if everything went wrong, we could probably still get vehicles to work. I mean, we can get cars and everything like that. But it would be a pain in the ass. We'd have to do manual labor. Some people have to do that. And I don't know. I mean, I guess the only few things that would succeed and still be popular, you know, prostitution's still going to be up there. You know what? Drugs. I bet that's going to be the new hobby. Everybody's mad at everything. Everybody's going to get fucking blazed. That's what's going to happen. I'm not a smoker, but if basically, you know, the internet and everything's gone, I'm gone. Pack a bowl, fucking GG, bro. That's what it is. And I don't support it. I'm not a guy that smokes or drinks or anything like that. But if I need time to spare and I'm tired about the harsh realities, that's what everybody else does. So, you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to be loaded. So... I think the few things that would succeed in that situation would be obviously like drugs, prostitution, the things that I guess, you know, just that actually bloom right now. So a lot of illegal things would happen. You're going to see robbery and rape and everything, you know, some of that shit's just going to increase just because of sheer boredom. So I think that we need to take a step back and appreciate what we honestly have right now, because it could be a lot worse. And I know if it was like it never ever happened, we'd never had a taste of it, we wouldn't know what it was actually like. But knowing what we have now is crazy. I mean, that's what scares me so much about those things like the SOPA and the ACTA and the PIPA. I mean, if we lost all these sites, I mean, Google's great for learning about things, searching things up, helping kids in school. You got YouTube, which teaches people things, entertainment. It's freedom, and if that something was gone, hot damn, man, what would we be doing? I don't know. So, that's my idea for you guys. Leave something down below. Let me know what you guys think about the topic. Where do you think we would be right now if, like, internet and electronics were shut down tomorrow? Ooh, hiccup. Don't hate, man. Cowboys hiccup too. But anyways, back on track, guys. Hopefully you guys check this out. Like I said, it's the 870 with buckshot. The 44 and C4, you gotta use the support loadout. Give it a try. I know most people want to use the assault patty cake loadout, but this is actually a pretty good one as well, especially when you got a lot of armored vehicles on the map. But at the end of the day, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check all the stuff down in the description below. Check it out on Reddit, Twitter, and the other Cowboy class loadout as well. Peace out. Get it?